Hi guys, welcome back to the garden and to the channel. Just a quick one today, just going to go over some of the kind of future plans, some ideas that we've got. Going to take advantage of the kind of rainy weather and rainy day to sort of get some planning and thoughts in process here. So right here guys, we are just off the back, so the very top of the garden. You can see here, this is the start of our kitchen area. Now one idea I'm thinking here guys, at the moment we've got a Trachycarpus palm and a planter with, as you can see, startings of a kind of contemporary style pond there, which we'll be using, planning on putting sort of your pond plants and these types of things in here, making it a little bit of a different style of raised bed garden here. One new idea though guys is right off the back where the pizza oven is, thinking of actually carrying on all the way out to sort of if you can see about here, and perhaps adding another raised planter off of this. I think part of the idea now that I've kind of thought about, now that I've had this here for a few weeks, is on this area of the garden, of course that table isn't going to remain there. It's just got some greenhouse glass on it at the moment, just keeping it safe on there. But basically the idea is, you can see down here guys, this is the focal point when you walk through the gate. Want your eyes to kind of lead you down to the back of the garden. As you do this, you get a bit of kind of discovery as you go down, but at the moment this part is open to the back where the bar area is, and I'm thinking of some sort of evergreen tropical style plant to put here. Now of course, any ideas guys, pop them in the comments for me here. I do have a lot of bamboos and things growing in the garden already, so again, an option I'm considering. But with that said guys, basically the point of putting a planter here is really just to create kind of a barrier, so that your eyes are kind of forced to lead you down here, and then once you kind of come down a bit, then it would open up. You can see this part of the garden. So again, just kind of creating this outdoor kitchen room here, really just to kind of enclose that in. And also again, I think it creates the idea of size-wise, I think it does kind of make it feel a bit of a larger garden when you have kind of the paths and winding trails to go around, rather than just seeing straight to the back of the garden here. So just coming along down here guys, again, just highlighting this idea. Now once you get to the corner of the house, it opens up and you can see sort of a lot more of the garden here. And again, where this pond is going, of course, hoping to get that sort of in during the winter months here. The ground's a bit softer now. Yes, so as we come down here guys, let's just going to take a walk down the area we were talking about here. Again, another area that I'm trying to figure out how to plant this year. I'm thinking of quite a few tree ferns in this area. Just having a lot of ferns off the back of the pond area, I think could look quite good on that. Now this would be under our large bay tree, so again, it looks like we're providing a little bit of extra winter protection here. Just looking around guys, you can see the wind and rain is really having a go today, but we managed to get a slightly dry spot to come out and have a look at the garden. So guys, yes, from this vantage point here, so you're on the back of the bar area, looking back over here guys, there's the trachy planter, and of course this is our pond area. So from this kind of focal point and point of view, I really wanted you to be able to see kind of down to the back of the garden that way, again creating the idea that you follow the eyes, and it makes you want to get down there as a destination spot. So again, I think it's this year guys, I'm really trying to I think expand the tropical plants that we have, but also kind of again fill in the gaps with a lot of the kind of cold hardy stuff that will require low maintenance on that side here. Again, this area here guys, off the back of the pond, I'm going to be keeping the larger trees. We've got a large budula there. We've also got one of the golden rain trees, which has lovely flowers in the spring. You've got a red robin, and then you've also got your heavenly bamboo there. So again, I'm going to be keeping the larger stuff. Underneath at the moment, it is just rhododendrons. Once again debating whether to keep a patch of rhododendron there, but again the idea is off the back of the water feature here guys, I'd really like to again go a little more tropical styling here. Now this little patch in the middle here guys, you can just see with my finger here, this will be coming out, that's not going to be there. Again, thinking of something more tropical perhaps to put there, but also bearing in mind that we've got the T-Box 5 here, that you can use onto the putting green. So it's keeping that something low, and again, it's not going to obstruct your shot onto the putting green here. Again, another area guys want to work on for this year, again, is this back area here. It's a bit of a mess at the moment. This is the bar area. We've got that down at the moment on the roof. I don't think I'm going to be keeping the pallet furniture. Again, probably going to be trying to build something back here. Just kind of used it for this summer at the moment here. It was free on Facebook, so, you know, nothing lost on that one here. Coming down to the jungle path, guys, I think the thoughts here are to add some sort of, if you want to call it like a pergola type style walkway through here. So the plants would be spilling into the path, but of course you have kind of a little bit of a you know, an overhead, creating again more of that kind of enclosed path idea coming down here, guys. So with that said, I think these are a couple of the projects we're thinking about. Again, coming off the back here, we are going to be doing some work on the putting green. Now, where this was put down, we did have large conifers initially here. Now it has actually started to sink slightly where the stumps would have been there, so I'm going to have to go back, lift and level this again. It was something I was aware of when I started building it, that there would be rot underneath, so again, sort of a temporary surface waiting for that to rot down here. Off the back, guys, now in this area here, it is a bit overgrown, a bit tatty. Again, possibly thinking of something like a tree fern back here. I mean, it is very open to the elements, so it may or may not be the best place for one. At the moment, we've got some large yucca that you can see behind the onset morellae. That one's about a 5-foot trunk on that one, with a large triple head at the top there. Lovely flowers on that in the spring as well. Again, that was a free pickup on Facebook as well, guys, here. But just behind the onset, there is actually a small Trachycarpus palm already planted here, which you can just see in the back there. Now, this one has pretty much been shaded the whole summer, so it really hasn't had a chance to put on any height, so I'm hoping once the onset does go inside for the winter, again, it's going to get a little more chance to kind of kick itself off and get growing on that side. But this is the area in question right now, guys. Again, we've got a common rhubarb here, one of the giant forms. So again, could be even something, you know, down the Gunnera route. You know, so it's just ideas at the moment here. Something to plant that's going to be kind of coming back every year, but also something that's going to be low maintenance as well here, guys. Off the back here, just to show here, guys, now this is kind of a bit of a confused bed at the moment. Here we've got the bracken, you've got some of the grasses, variegated grasses, yucca, we've also got phormium, some of the Canopistoria, and a pink china down there, next to another one of the 5-foot trunk yuccas. So again, in this area, guys, I've started a banana patch. That's your Musa Basju, Japanese cold hardy banana here, similar to the ones we've got here, guys, which have gone up to about 15 foot this year. For this year, did start off at about sort of a 3.5-foot trunk that I protected over the winter. It's a 3rd-year plant, this one here, so again, done really well, and I'd like to kind of replicate that here, coming off the back of the shed, creating again more of a barrier to that back little patio here. But something I'd like to think about, again, is more tree ferns. I think this year was the year of the palms. Again, I've added probably in the order of about 30 palms to the garden this year, various sizes and species. I think next year is going to be the year of the tree fern for me, so going to be looking at, I think, quite a few of the smaller ones. I'm quite happy with my 1 foot. You can see off the back here, it's put out lovely fronds, still chucking them out now. We have underplanted a couple baby Dixonia just down in here, which again is pumping out fronds. Really happy with those. But off the back bit here, guys, where you can see into the bar area, I'm thinking maybe a couple 1-foot tree ferns along the top there, maybe one right on the corner here, and then following on, you're back to that bed under the bay tree, which again, thinking about a few of the larger tree ferns under there. This border here, guys, really like some help. You know, any suggestions really taken on board. Always love to see you guys in the comments, and you know, love all the amazing advice and things everyone's been giving. So this under here, guys, is underneath our large camellia. One is a white form, then we've got a red form. Now, those trees will be staying along with the budula. Again, I kind of like how it's creating a bit of a canopy. This year, we'll be lifting this canopy up. It's about sort of 4 foot off the ground now, trying to get that up to about 6 foot. And that's kind of the goal around the whole garden, guys, is get these canopies at least up to the kind of 6 foot mark, so we can really start underplanting well under there. Again, down in this one here, guys, at the moment, it's just got irises, which we've had a look at a few times on the channel, guys. And again, in the garden when I moved in, so a free plant to me, but you know, it doesn't look quite tatty. You can see it really kind of browns itself off over the year. And again, something I'd be happy to replace that with. So it's thinking of things underneath the camellia here, guys. It will have protection from the camellia. But again, everything in this bed perhaps even Dusty Miller. I mean, I do quite like how it's kind of created a bit of a entrance way into the back of the garden. But again, guys, you know, not too fussed at the moment. It's kind of that planning stages here. You know, what do we do with this bed? As it will be, you know, part of your focal point when you first come in the garden. You can see it is looking out to the pond as well here. So again, just want to kind of add some more tropical vibe to it here, guys, and just get an idea. You can see there is the love seat underneath the two trees on this side. Now again, framing this out to the pond, you know, something that's going to allow for you to kind of see through, but also perhaps a bit of a tropical vibe. So any suggestions on that, guys, really appreciated. Another area, guys, this back wall here, you can see this bed's very overgrown, so we're going to be kind of tidying this up. Fairly happy with the plants in the bed here at the moment, but I am thinking to carry on this bed all the way down just before the pathway here, so just out to about that little middle bit there. So thinking of things, again, something with height. I'd really like to kind of enclose the garden a bit. Again, hopefully giving it that bit more of a, you know, kind of closed in feel, and really kind of, you know, takes you away, you know, try and get rid of all the fences and things like that. Another thing, guys, on the back there, you can see this fence is still unpainted, so that's one job that we're going to be looking to do. I do like the gray on the fence. I think it really makes the colors of the plants pop. So that's something we will do off the back there on the mini golf course. Now, again, guys, there's quite a few plants around the garden, which I will be looking to swap out. We've got a lot of heathers and things. You know, I do like the pops of the heather, and it does, you know, really come into show sort of this time of year, sort of end of the season. So again, one that, you know, I'm fairly happy with it, but I think we're going to swap a few of the patches out, as again, I have a lot of repetition around the garden, you know, just really to kind of marry up all the beds together, give it a kind of general feel off the vibe there. So again, guys, any suggestions, really welcome. Of course, thanks for watching. Drop a subscribe if you haven't yet. Like always helps the channel to grow, and we'll see you in the next one.